learning, sharing, and growing. My name is Aaron. Welcome to my channel. And firstly, I would like to acknowledge a friend of mine, Mas Ayu. Mas has been doing all the translations, the Bahasa subtitling for all the videos we have been showing so far. Thank you so much, Mas. And this week, I would like to talk about team connection. Continuing from the last two videos, I've been talking about connections, and I love connections so much because we are born to connect with people. So what about team? Let me define what is team. A team is when we have two persons and above, which brings us to a couple, husband and wife, or anyone, you with another person makes up a team. Or when we think of team, we think of more people, that is like 20, 200 or even 2,000. That we see them in organizations, within a departments, in divisions, within a sports group, a football teams. There's a team. And also within a uniform body, the police team, the firefighters, and so on and on. So this week, I'd like to share with you team connections. There are 5 principles of. Principle number 1, everything we do is connections. So when you are connecting with one person or with a lot of people, pay attention to your body language, your gestures, your facial expressions, your tonality, and the choice of words that you use, because it will affect the way and how good you are in connecting with the people, particularly your body language, your gesture, and your facial expressions. Pay attention to those. It really helps you to connect better with a team. So principle number 1, everything you do is connections. Principle number 2, the way you begin your message often determines the outcome of the connections. I often share with people when they hold or chair a meeting, be it at home or be it in the office, always start with a positive note. Always start with something that encourages people, uplift people, share an inspiring story, share a positive quote if you do not know what else to share. It really helps to determine the outcome of your meeting, even though you need to announce a really bad news, but still start with something that is positive, because the way you begin your message will determine the outcome of your connections with the team that you're dealing with. Principle number 3, the way message is delivered always affects the way message is received. How do you deliver a message? There are different ways we could deliver message in today's world. Traditionally, you can just walk up to the persons and deliver a message to the team, or even one. You can call the persons, you can write a letter, remember letter? You can email to the persons, or you can text with your mobile phones. We use text and email a whole lot in delivering a message to a team today. Somehow their time is not so effective. I always encourage a team, when you could face the team face to face, face them. Oftentimes that is the most effective way to connect and at the same time deliver a message to your team. So principle number 3, the way you deliver a message affects the way message is received. Principle number 4, the real connection is the message received, not the message intended. You want to know how much people have understood your message in your connections process, how much the team has understood you. In the last 2 videos, I talk about questionings. Ask a couple of questions to find out. Observations of what's happening to the people. Did they carry out as a result of your message? Or having a dialogue with that person? Because you want to find out how much they have received, not how much you have sent out. So principle number 4, the real connection is the message received, not the message intended. Principle number 5, connection is the two-way street. We have to give as well as gather. I'm sure you heard about the term communication is two-way street. But I'm such an advocate of connections because connection is about building relationship, trust, and building a really strong and real team. So when we send out a message to the other party, when we are trying to connect with the other party, we want to make sure our message is delivered 100% and they receive 100%. How do we know? We need to find out by asking questions, just like I talked about it like in the last video. Observations and having a dialogue with the persons. and or probably ask the persons or the team to repeat what you have said to make sure your message is clearly delivered. Same goes as when people try and intend to connect with us. We want to make sure we shut off this part and shut off this part and opening up this part to make sure that we really have that active listening when people are talking to us. We want to make sure that we listen thoroughly and clearly of the message the other party is trying to deliver to us. So in a team, connection is a two-way street. We have to give as well as we gather. Team is so important in our life, from family to work and in our life. We are part of them and we are in it most of the times. So I do hope this video gives you some idea. How can you better connect with the team that you deal with every day so that we can build a more meaningful and fruitful relationship with the team. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.